It felt like I had a hot sensation in my chest, but not only in my chest, it went from my chest to my neck to my forehead. It almost felt as if I had a temperature.
Cruising down the highway, windows rolled down. Good mommy and good baby, we wearing the crown. We're living the good life under open skies. Together we shine. Just look in our eyes. Every day's a blessing. Every moment's bright. In our RV home, everything feels right.
So y'all, we mentioned in our last video that we may share a personal incident. So we're only sharing this to bring awareness to you all. So it was a regular night. Good Baby and I were home watching TV. I was holding Sweet Boy on my lap. And we were just enjoying the evening, you know, having fun as we always do. And I got an alert on my Apple Watch. And it said that my heart rate had beat 120 beats per minute after 10 minutes of resting. I had never received this alert before, so it really alarmed me. And I told Good Baby, I said, I just got an alert on my watch, you know, and her and I started talking about it, and I was like, you know, I've never had that type of alert before. And all of a sudden, I just started, you know, standing up. I was very concerned because 120 beats per minute.
And that was after a while of just sitting on the couch resting. So that's definitely not a resting heart rate.
So at first I told Good Baby, maybe it was because I was holding Sweet Boy and I had my watch near his chest. You know how it is when you're trying to, you know, account for something that you cannot, you know, believe. You don't want to believe. So I stood up and I put Sweet Boy down and I just started feeling funny. I don't know, you know, what happened. Something came over me and I started feeling funny. So I told Good Baby, I said, I need to go outside. I was very concerned and I just needed some air because I've never had an alert like that on my Apple Watch. You know, I could have sat down, of course, but either sitting down or getting up to walk outside to get some air would not have mattered to me. I just needed to pray. So I wanted to step outside for a minute so that I can pray. You know, we have a nice travel trailer. We have enough walking space in here if I am praying, you know, on a regular basis to our Father. But when I need to go to warfare, I need some space. I need some room. So I had to step outside to give me some fresh air to breathe and a different environment to pray in. It's just like when Jesus had to fervently pray. He didn't stay amongst people or in the same spot. He went to a place of seclusion and he brought those with him that he needed by his side at that time. I needed Good Baby to come with me and I needed to go out so that I can be in a place of seclusion, a different location, and really pour my heart out to God because I did not know what was going on.
So I could already tell that Good Mommy was already very concerned when she went outside and started praying. But I also could tell that something was definitely not right when she asked me to call 911. Now, Good Mommy has never in her life asked me to call 911 before. Never in my life, of course. And I had never
I don't think I've ever had to call 911
You
for
haven't?
myself.
Oh, wow.
No, never.
So yeah, and I definitely have never had to call 911 before. So this was a completely new experience for me. So I called 911 and the answer was pretty much immediate. Thank you, Lord. The operator was basically asking me what was going on. So I explained that my grandmother got a high heart rate alert on her Apple Watch. It said that her heart rate was over 120 beats per minute after 10 minutes of rest. And so basically the operator went on to ask me some questions about Good Mommy. So she asked me how old she is, if she had taken any medications, which she had not, if she was showing any physical symptoms, like is she breathing, is she standing, is her skin flushed, just kind of some questions about what her current condition was, and I answered all the questions. Good Mommy's face was not flushed, by the way. She was walking, she was praying and walking, she was standing fine, so it's not like she was unresponsive, and I was thankful about that. But I was making sure as I stayed on the call that I was keeping an eye on her at the same time, just to make sure that she was okay. And basically the operator told me that if for whatever reason she started vomiting, if her skin started changing colors, or if she showed any signs of her condition worsening and she fell unconscious, to lay her on her side, and of course that the paramedics would be on their way. So at that point, I guess because Good Mommy didn't have any drastic symptoms, the 911 operator went ahead and hung up the phone.
Let me just say, it's nothing like having a personal relationship with God. It's important to love God and honor Him and have a relationship with Him at all times, so that when you need God, you're not just calling Him because you need Him, but you're calling Him because He's really your daddy. He's really your father.
Yeah.
And honey, let me tell you something. I was praying God's word back to Him. I was saying, God, you said that by your stripes I'm healed. God, you said no weapon formed against me shall prosper.
Yeah.
God, you said that I shall live and not die. Y'all, I was praying, and giving God thanks for my healing. You know, I was just praying, because when things happen, I look to the hills from which cometh my help. I know that my help only comes from the Lord.
Yeah.
And so I just prayed. As I was praying, y'all, Good Baby was right there with me, praying with me. And all of a sudden, the ambulance came. And as soon as they came, I can see them coming down the road. I was, telling them, come, this way. So I saw the first gentleman when he got out. It was about 10 of them that came, right? I saw the first gentleman when he got out. He was like, is it you? Like, I know it's not you. I said, yeah, it's me. So he said, what's going on? So I told him that I had gotten an alert on my watch and that I was feeling this burning sensation in my chest and that I was hot. And my numbers at that time was reading like 105. And Good Baby kept telling me before the ambulance arrived that was normal.
Yes, because Good Mommy was walking around, so it's not like she was actually at rest at that time. She was pacing back and forth our driveway. So to be in movement, that heart rate was pretty normal, which was very reassuring in that moment.
So the guy said, well, ma'am, you look fine to me. Then he checked my pulse and he didn't say anything. So he asked me, he said, ma'am, would you like to go to the hospital? So I said, no, not really. He said, ma'am, is there anything else that we can do for you? So I said, yes, can you all check my heart rate? And he said, yes, come on. He then led me to the ambulance and I went in. So after I got on the ambulance, I glanced around to see who was on the inside of the ambulance with me. I noticed there were about 5 EMTs inside, and they were asking me questions like, did I drink? Did I smoke? Have I had any type of health conditions? And I, told them a few things that has happened to me in the past, health-wise. As well, they were asking, was I on any medication? During the process of me answering their questions, another EMT started advising me that he would be placing these devices on me, and he advised me what parts of my body he would place these devices on. And I told him, okay. So after he placed these on me, he began connecting them to some type of tubing, and they connected to a machine. And they continued to ask me questions like if I was okay, my name, my date of birth, what day it was, those type questions to make sure I was doing okay. After asking those questions, they received some data back from these devices that they had placed on me. And the results they gave me were that everything was fine. Everything was fine, y'all. So I'm like, okay, so what was that alert about? So I'm saying to myself, can the Apple Watch just, go off and nothing is wrong?
Now, I want to say that Goodmommy was probably in the ambulance for a good 7 to 10 minutes, but it felt like probably like an hour because I didn't know what was going on the inside of the ambulance. I was just standing on our driveway, kind of waiting to see what was going on. Within the first minute or so, I asked the EMTs standing in front of the doorway if I could come in just, to offer comfort and support during that time, but they said just to wait a few minutes. I guess they kind of wanted to see what was going on before they let me inside, which I understood, but I still just stood right at the end of our driveway looking at the ambulance, just making sure that everything was okay. And so of course the lights and sirens got our neighbors' attention, and I think about 12 of our neighbors total, if I'm not mistaken, came out of their homes to see what was going on, because of course we have such a nice community and we thank God so much for our neighbors. They wanted to make sure that everything was okay. So about 12 of our neighbors came out, and a few of them actually came up to me just to ask if everything was okay, with Goodmommy, of course, making sure I was okay. Some of them even said that if I needed a place to stay, because I guess I thought she would have to go to the hospital, that I could stay with them, which was all super sweet. That meant a lot to me in that moment. And so of course a couple of them stood with me, and that definitely made it a whole lot easier to not have to stand out there and wait for Goodmommy myself. And of course in the midst I was praying as well, that God would just keep Goodmommy safe, keep her healed, and of course keep her alive and well, because I love my Goodmommy and I just wanted to make sure above all else that she was gonna be okay.
So yes, y'all, God showed himself faithful once again.
Yes.
When the EMT opened the door, I saw Goodbaby and I gave her a hug, and then when I looked out, I got so emotional because I was only expecting to come out of the door with Goodbaby waiting for me, but instead I came out to Goodbaby. Thank God she was still out there waiting for me, and I came out to some loving, supportive neighbors as well. Y'all, all of them gave me a hug. It just brought back to my remembrance what Goodbaby and I discussed with you all the other day, to be friendly. If you want a friend, you got to show yourself friendly.
Yes.
Because we showed ourselves friendly. Our neighbors came out and showed themselves friendly, and we are just eternally grateful to have those type of neighbors. Your family is your family. Of course, God blessed us with our family, but your friends are people that you choose to be your friends. And to have such amazing, awesome, caring friends as we have gained here in this community, y'all, is nothing shorter than a blessing. Only God could create an atmosphere for Goodbaby and I to be able to live in and have people that truly care about us and truly come out and support us in a time of an emergency. And we can't thank God enough for allowing us to live around such great people. So after that, Goodbaby and I came back inside of our home, and I did not get any other alerts, and I felt very good. I continued to check my BPM to make sure, that everything was okay, and it was. And y'all already know, honey, I was giving God so much thanks, honey. I was blessing and praising his name, because only he could perform that miracle. Okay, he performed a miracle that night. He performed a miracle in a way that blessed my soul, because it could have been something, that could have killed me. I could have been having a heart attack for all I know. But thank God, he healed me. He kept me.
Yes,
he didn't allow the enemy to take me out. I'm so grateful for that.
Yes, God always answers the prayers of those who love him.
Yes, he answers the prayers of those who love him. He answers the prayers of the righteous, y'all.
Yes.
So the next day I got up, I went to work. Well, of course I work from home, so I started working. And Goodbaby was gracious enough to make our breakfast that morning. And it was just a blessed morning, as always. And then all of a sudden I get that burning sensation again. So I said, what in the world is going on? Because, no one wants that burning sensation. Now, this time, I didn't get a high heart rate alert on my watch, but I was feeling that same burning sensation. So I said, Lord, what is going on?
So I asked Goodmommy, what is going on? Like, what are you feeling? Like, what's the sensation? And she said that it was kind of like a hot menthol sensation, I believe is what you said. And then my first thought is menthol, which is like what they have in mint, or like a lot of those throat medicines for when you have a cold. That's usually supposed to give you a cool sensation, but she said it was a hot menthol sensation. And so, of course, since there was no indicator that this was an emergency, since Goodmommy did not get a high heart rate alert on her watch, and she didn't even get up and go outside this time, so, you know, I wanted to look it up to see what was going on. I looked up hot menthol, and I can't remember the specific results that I got, but then Goodmommy described some other things that she was feeling.
Yes, as I stated, it felt like I had a hot sensation in my chest, but not only in my chest, it went from my chest to my neck to my forehead. It almost felt as if I had a temperature, but then all of a sudden I would feel chills. So I was like, what in the world is going on?
So then we took all of the symptoms that Goodmommy was describing, and of course we looked them up in Google. And the very first thing that came up, and pretty much just echoed back exactly what she was describing to a T, was a hot flash.
Now, years ago, you all, I thought that I was having hot flashes, but they must have been very mild hot flashes, because I've never experienced anything like I did on this particular night. Those symptoms were apparently perimenopause, okay? Now, these symptoms I felt the other night must be postmenopause, okay? Because they were detrimental to my health, and I did not like that.
So that was definitely, to say the very least, a huge surprise to find out that all these symptoms were a hot flash. And the reason why we really believed that it was indeed a hot flash is because not only did the symptoms line up with what Goodmommy was describing, but we also looked up if hot flashes can affect your heart rate, and it said that it can spike all of those beyond what is a normal resting rate. And so that basically confirmed that it was essentially a hot flashes that Goodmommy was having all along.
I advised Goodbaby of every symptom I was feeling, and when she looked it up, Google confirmed that they were all hot flash symptoms.
And learning that was definitely a relief, because even though I'm sure hot flashes aren't pleasant, I've definitely never had them before, but I've heard of other women facing them, and I know that they aren't something anyone likes. But I was also relieved that it wasn't like it was like a serious health issue. So yeah. I was just grateful at that point that it was nothing serious.
It reminded me of this older lady that I used to work with like years ago, maybe 25 years ago. She would always have her fan, her towel, her water, and she would tell me that she was experiencing a hot flash or hot flashes, and she would fan and she would drink her water, and she would say, oh, I'm so tired of these hot flashes, I don't want these hot flashes. And I'm telling you now, I've never experienced anything like that. And I mean, it's something that we women go through, but it can be unpleasant. Let me just say that. It can be unpleasant.
And even yours was a mild hot flash, because it's not like you were dripping in sweat or anything like a lot of other women are. So I'm sure it was unpleasant, don't get me wrong, but even yours is not as extreme as some other women's to the looks of it.
And it could be because I'm cold natured. Yes. So I'm not the type of person to sweat unless, I mean, I really have to be actively doing something like playing pickleball. Even when I play pickleball, y'all, I don't sweat.
Not at all.
So it takes a lot for me to sweat. But yeah, as Goodbaby said, I was not sweating. I was not dripping in sweat. You know, my skin was not flushed. I was just feeling that burning sensation, that hot sensation. And I've been on Google here lately, researching and trying to find what can help me with this burning sensation. You know, I don't want to say menopause, but this menopause stage. And some great tips for us include staying hydrated. We need to drink plenty of fluid during this time, like water, juice, water, lots of water. But stay hydrated. Y'all see what I have here? Some water with lemon. Goodbaby, she's trying to take it, of course, and drink it all. But I don't mind. She can have all she wants. But yeah, stay hydrated. You know, put you some blackberries in there, some strawberries, some oranges, some cucumbers. You know, whatever you need, whatever fits your fancy, honey, stay hydrated. Also, I purchased something else, and I'm going to share this tip with you all, okay? Now, this is a personal tip. Men, if you are watching, just excuse us women right now, because I want to share this with the ladies. Some ladies may not know this, because I didn't even know I could use this and I could feel a cool sensation instead of a hot sensation, okay? Y'all hold on one moment. So I purchased what is called cooling bra inserts. Not only did I purchase one pack, and they come 2 in a pack, one for each side, y'all, but I purchased
2 packs.
2 packs. And they are good for our young ladies as well. I mean, they're not experiencing menopause, but hey, it's hot. You know, we all may have a chest and need some cooling sensation up in there. Had I known about these a while ago, I may have gotten these, because y'all know we like to walk, we like to exercise, and do all types of fun activities. And, you know, this is a breath of fresh air right here. So if you like, you can try these as well. I looked them up and they had rave reviews. Honey, I just got these today. And as I stated, I already have some on. And yes, I feel a cooling sensation. I don't believe I haven't even heated up today.
No,
I've been feeling very well. And when my BPM did go up to maybe 90, 92, it wasn't doing anything with this chest, baby. This chest was cool, okay? My throat was cool, okay? My hair was cool. So this is working. You know, the menopausal sensation or symptoms may be kicking in the body. But honey, listen, these cooling bra inserts are kicking back. Okay, they kicking bite. They saying, no, boo, get bite. Okay. So yes, invest in you some cooling bra inserts, and let me know how they feel. Let me know if you're already using them. Hey, help a sister out. If there are any other tips that y'all know of, let us know in the comments. Now, there are other tips that I saw as well. One of them was you can buy a set of what they call cooling sheets. You can even buy a cooling pad. You know how you buy a heating pad? You can buy what's called a cooling pad and lay on that at night. I don't think I need that, because I get cold at night.
Very much so.
But these right here in the daytime, when I wake up and the sun comes out and, you know, I start getting a little heated, baby, I'm gonna already have these on, so they can be like, get bite. You have no place all up in this right here, okay? But invest in your children as well, and teach your children about this stuff. It is so crucial and so important that they have knowledge and that they are aware of the symptoms and how it makes you feel, you know, so that they'll know if good baby ever experienced menopause, okay, she'll know, okay, that's that heated sensation good mommy was talking about, that she was walking up and down the driveway praying to the Lord about that night. Oh yeah, because I had no understanding or knowledge of how it felt. Because honey, I thought I had experienced a hot flash, but I had not experienced a hot flash in this way. Put it this way, it's like having a baby. You know, when I conceived and got pregnant, my sister scared me so bad. She said, oh girl, those labor pains are gonna be detrimental. They're gonna be just terrible. You're not gonna be able to take it, you know. Baby, she scared me so much until when I got pregnant and had my daughter. Guess what, y'all? I didn't have any labor pains. Not zero, nada, no labor pains. So, you know, everyone goes through things differently, but we need to, as my sister made me aware, that the pains can be detrimental. The pain can be so horrible that you would wish you had not gotten pregnant. You could just have a baby without the pains. The same thing with menopause, but our young children need to know the symptoms. They need to know what we're experiencing. You know, I would see Tabitha Brown on her videos talking about menopause and talking about the hot flashes. And I would see other women too. I'm just mentioning her because a lot of us know Tabitha Brown. I would hear and see a lot of other women talking about the hot flashes as well. I was like, well, they're not, I was saying to myself, they're not that bad, you know.
You didn't even experience them. Apparently.
Carolyn, honey, now you know. Now you know. So yes, be sure to share with your children, with your grandchildren, you know, your experience, as we'll get them some of these, honey. They can wear these now, if they're of age, of course.
That's one thing that I really appreciate about Good Mommy and our relationship, is that she's always been very open and honest about anything that she's experienced, whether it be, of course, a menopause, periods, like
relationships.
Relationships. I have been informed about basically every aspect of womanhood, and I'm so thankful to have her as a role model in my life, to be able to teach me about stuff like that, because some girls don't get that preparation. And so I feel like it's always good to have someone, especially if someone of your same gender. That's why moms and grandmothers and female figures, I think, are so important as girls, because we need to know about that stuff, ideally before it happens to us, not after. That way we kind of already know what to expect, and we can use the knowledge and experience of our elders to help us out in life. And I'm so thankful for my Good Mommy. I'm so thankful for her wisdom. I'm so thankful for her openness and her honesty, because we've gotten many laughs from it, obviously, because of course we're gonna have fun with it, but it's also taught me so many life lessons. And so I thank you so much, Good Mommy, for all your wisdom.
You're welcome, good baby. And thank you for helping me the other night. Good baby was not playing games. She was just making sure I was okay. She was praying, and when she was talking to the 911 operator, she was not crying. She was not getting loud. She was just her calm, cool, collective self. And when the EMT got here, she showed me no signs that she was afraid or fearful. She was just cool and collective, y'all. So I appreciate that, because you need somebody who is going to pray with you and for you. And I'm so glad that God blessed me with Princess too, because one thing I know, she got my bike, y'all. She's going to be right here with her Good Mommy. She's going to pray with me and for me. And she's going to speak very well of me. And she's just going to always be right there for me. And I appreciate that so much.
I appreciate you too.
That she got my bike like that. So it's nothing like having a daughter or a granddaughter or a son or a grandson or whoever God placed in your life, a husband, if you have a husband, a wife,
maybe a friend.
Yeah, a friend, whatever it is, whoever God places in your life, treasure that person, you know, because just like that happened to me the other night, it could have been detrimental. It could have went the other way, but God, Mercy said, no, honey. Mercy said, I'm not going to let you go. I'm not going to let you slip away. You don't have to be afraid. And I'm so grateful that Mercy said no. But things can always go another way. So love and appreciate the people that God placed in your life, because, you know, you don't want something to happen and you're upset, or you're going through a situation, or you're not talking, or you're not getting along. We have to all love and always show yourself neighborly. You know, if Good Baby hadn't been here, thank God she was, but if she had not been here and I was here alone, thank God that I know even my neighbor next door, he said, you can always knock on my door. He said, I'm always here. You know, and so I just thank God that he has us in a neighborhood where we can always, even if I go to the store and Good Baby's here by herself, I know if I'm not here, she can always go knock on their door and they'll help her. You know, it's just a blessing until I get back home, of course, because I'm coming back home. Hello, everyone.
Hi, good family.
Today we are making mason jar lemon cakes as a sweet treat.
Ooh. We wanted to make some lemon cakes because the lemon has always been one of our favorite flavors in desserts, and it's a really rainy day outside. So since we've had to spend the majority of our day in our travel trailer anyway, we thought baking would be a really great way to spend the time.
Yeah, Good Baby, you're right. But there have been times where the sun has come out today, and the sun reminds us of lemons. So we decided to make some lemon cake.
Let's get started.
So as you all can see, Good Baby picked out the largest lemon that she can find today. Y'all see how large that is, honey? Large and in charge. But I'm grateful and thankful that she did, because we have a large lemon. I'm going to be able to cut this and create some cute designs for our lemon cake. As well, I'll be able to use some of the lemon juice in our icing, giving us a more lemony flavor. Yes! As you all can see, we have our baking dishes on our stove top. I've already added some cake mix on the inside of each one. I'm going to pour a little milk on the inside and pop them in the microwave, and I'll tell you the next step after that.
We're on the open road, memories we make in every stop we grow. Good mommy and good baby side by side, living life to the fullest with love as our guide. Through laughter and joy, we embrace the ride. Welcome to the good life where love is the key. Exploring the world, just you and me. Through good times and trials, we stand so strong in our tiny camper, where we all belong. Cooking meals together under the starry skies, shopping for treasures with sparkling eyes. Adventures await in this RV life, blessings for others, easing the strife. Join us on this journey, come take a chance. Welcome to the good life where love is the key. Exploring the world, just you and me. Through good times and trials, we stand so strong in our tiny camper, where we all belong. Hey,
Y'all, this is truly, truly hot. Hot, hot, hot. But I wanted you all to see it when it comes out of the microwave. I mean, y'all, it smells so fresh. It smells like a fresh lemon. So I am enjoying the smoothie that Good Baby and I made today. This is a berry smoothie, right, Good Baby?
Berry and banana.
Berry and banana smoothie. Y'all, I'm telling you, you want to drink your fruit. It is so, so good. We put fruit inside of our blender with a little milk and Greek yogurt, and y'all, it comes out looking just like a Wawa's smoothie. And let me mention, it tastes even better. So y'all be sure to enjoy some fresh fruit smoothies. All right, and just like that, all of our cakes are done. Y'all see them over there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have our 4 layers already done within just a few minutes. Now we're going to work on our icing. So I'm going to go ahead and slice this lemon and squeeze a little juice into this little bowl right here. I've already added my mixture that I need to make the icing. So now we're going to add some lemon juice to give it a little more citrus flavor. We'll see you all in a little bit.
we packed our bags, hit the road, feeling free. Good mommy by my side, just good baby and me.
All right, y'all, I see some seeds inside of this lemon, so I'm gonna put these seeds to the side, and I'm gonna see if we can plant these and possibly grow a lemon tree. Who knows? Who knows? Squeeze a little lemon juice. Yes. Ooh, honey, this icing is gonna be so good. Oh yes, y'all. Ooh, honey, the aroma that is in the room. Okay. Ooh, baby, lemon citrusy goodness. That's all I'm gonna say. Lemon citrusy goodness. Y'all, look at that. Look at that. That's the icing on the cake, okay?
Literally.
Oh my goodness. Literally, good baby. It looks so good, y'all. All right, so now Good Baby and I are going to attempt, okay, to take the cake out of the baking dishes. Now, we've never done this before. Normally, when we bake cakes like these in these small dishes, we just, eat them out of the dish. But today, we're going to attempt to get them out. So let's see what happens. Let's see how it works, y'all. Let's see what happens. All right, here we go.
They smell so good and lemony. I'm so excited. Ooh, so pretty.
Yeah, there you go. Good job. All right, so one down,
One to go.
one to go.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, check out our cakes, good family. Now that we have them removed from their baking dishes, we can officially assemble them in our mason jars.
All right, so in order for the cake to go inside the mason jars, we're gonna have to cut part of the cake, okay? So that they can fit inside the mason jar. So let me go ahead and try to drop this in here. It needs a little help. All right, now I'm going to attempt to put the cake that I cut inside of the mason jar on the side that I cut it on. All right, now I'm just going to slide it down. And you really can't tell. Y'all look at that. That's the first layer of cake. Let's keep going.
Rolling down the highway, windows down wide, living life together. It's a beautiful ride. Good mommy and good.
And here is my first layer of cake, good family. Time for the second one.
But first, let's add our first layer of icing.
Come and join us, feel the vibe. Together in this journey, we thrive. Welcome to the good life. Hear the stories unfold with good mommy and good baby. Treasures to
So now both me and Good Mommy have added our icing, and now it's time to add our second layer of cake.
together, hand in hand, living life just right. Cooking up some magic in a tiny space. Every meal's a blessing, every smile's a grace. Shopping at the markets, finding treasures each
So there is my second layer of cake.
sharing our joy, let it flow. In the good life, we'll help you grow. Welcome to the good life, hear the stories.
All right, and there is my second layer of cake. Now we possibly could have used one more layer, but that would be a little too much cake. So we don't want 3 layers. We're gonna go ahead and stick with the 2, and let's just see what happens. And we're gonna top it off with a slice of lemon. Oh, how cute is that?
Adorable.
Y'all, this is just a fun way of making a really nice sweet dessert with your loved one.
And I had so much fun making it with you, Good Mommy.
I did too, making it with you, good baby. Cheers. Cheers to you all as well.
Amen.
Let's eat it and see how it tastes. Oh yeah, that's good.
That's delicious.
Very lemony,
So bright.
fresh, and just full of goodness, y'all.
Also moist. I can definitely taste the lemon juice in the frosting too. It's super good.
It really is. That's good. Y'all look at how moist that cake is. Can y'all see that? From the microwave, okay? Cooked in the microwave. Can y'all believe that?
And this is a perfect dessert to make you feel extra bright and cheerful on any day, whether rainy or sunny.
And every time I bring some cake out of the mason jar, some of the lemon juice drips in there, and it gives it even a more citrusy taste. It's absolutely delicious. Y'all need to try this.
All right, good family. So we're going to finish our desserts, and we'll be back soon.
But yes, y'all, that brings us to the end of this video, and thank God we're able to sit here and laugh with you all tonight. But we just wanted to be a blessing, you know, to someone who may experience this, who may not have ever experienced this and does not know what a hot flash feels like. Now you know. And if you have any questions, be sure to drop them in the comments, and we will definitely answer them if we can, or someone else may see your question and answer it. And we thank you all who read the comments and help us answer the questions. We appreciate you all so much, because you all don't have to do that. So thanks again for helping Goodbaby and I. And the word of the day, and we're not afraid to say it, is hot flash, okay? Because we all may get a hot flash from time to time. You know, if you're in a certain age, of course, but who knows what that age is. I'm 58 and I just really got one, so I'm grateful that I just really got a hot flash. Now, let me calm down, Carolyn. We're at the end of the video. If you made it to the end of the video, be sure to comment the word of the day so that Goodbaby and I will know that you stay until the very end.
And as always, if you haven't already, please be sure to give today's video a humongous thumbs up and subscribe to our channel down below. Also, please hit that notification bell so you'll never miss any of our future videos. Click the link on our description box to become a channel member today. Share our channel with your family and friends so our family can continue to grow. And press the hype button beside the comments underneath this video so you can let the YouTube algorithm know that you're enjoying our content and other people will as well.
And don't forget, be good to yourself and be good to others. Love you all. Bye. After we enjoyed our lemon cake, it was time to plant the seeds from our lemon.
Hopefully it becomes a beautiful lemon tree.
Stay tuned.
Goodbaby, we wearing the crown. Adventures in our hearts, dreams on the rise. With every mile we take, we're reaching for the skies. Rolling in this trailer, we claim our space. The good life ahead can't keep up with our pace. We're living the good life under open skies. Together we...
By the way, when we came outside, our watering can was full of rainwater, so we used that to water in our seeds. We can't wait to see how they grow.
moments bright in our RV home. Everything feels right. Campfires at night with stories to tell. Explore the unknown.